So, yep, coaches are done. Maddox Bear just threw it down, and Logan Veeder ready to work for Coach Craig Brinkerhoff.
Yeah, we had a few raindrops, a little bit of a sprinkle. Still got that left to right wind as you look out towards center field and you see those flags right there to the left of the scoreboard. You see them pretty much straight out, blowing from left to right. And Logan Veeder set to face Parker Crum, the center fielder. Got great speed. Really good leadoff hitter for this Duchesne Eagles team.
Yeah, Parker Crum, 25 stolen bases on the season. Takes strike one. Comes in with the .462 average. 18 runs driven in. Logan Veeder comes pretty much down over the top. Kind of slings. That's going to have the ball that tails in. Not tailed in for a ball. And got a good curveball. Going to have to keep these Duchesne hitters off balance. Natton's going to get to between the first baseman and the second baseman in that 3-4 hole for a base hit. So, won't be a no-hitter for Logan Veeder. Threw one earlier in the season. So, Nash Goodluff come to bat. .420 hitter, 2 home runs, 27 runs driven in. Like we said, Parker Crum, 25 stolen bases on the season. Maddox Baird, good arm, good quick release back there.
Yeah, Nash Goodluff yesterday in the game against Grand. He went 1 for 3 with a double and a walk.
So the first pitch to Nash Goodluff. He's upstairs for ball one.
Nash, the second baseman, does a nice job for this Duchesne team. Chance for maybe getting a ground ball. If you're Kanab, you'd like to see him hit into a double play, at least get the lead runner at second base.
Next pitch on the corner for strike one.
Maddox Baird got a good strong arm behind the plate. Parker Crum likes to steal bases. You know, he's one of those guys that, can steal a base anytime he wants. He leads the team with 25 stolen bases.
Yeah. Veeder needs to be quick to the plate. There's another pitch that is fouled off to the right-hand side.
Well, one other thing, too, besides being quick to the plate, that can help hold runners on is mixing up your timing. And I felt like right there Logan Veeder did a good job as he held that one a little extra long. You got to mix up your timing going to the plate from the time you come set.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's a runner on first base. That is Parker Crum. Not going. That ball's hit towards the second baseman. Jackson Riddle's only going to have a play at first. So on the fielder's choice.
Really good.
4-3 put out, yeah.
Yeah, really good play there by Jackson Riddle to go hard to his left in that 4-3 hole. Makes a nice play, fielding it and throwing that to first base to Griffin Bone.
That brings up Draker Goodluff looking to help his cause before he even takes the mound. Comes in hitting .370, 2 home runs, 22 driven in. These are the statistics from the start of the tournament. First pitch in the dirt. Good stop there by Maddox Baird to keep that ball out front.
Yeah, in yesterday's game with versus Grand and Duchesne, Draker Goodluff was 1 for 3 with a triple and a walk.
Got good power. Here's the pitch. That's hit towards the first baseman. Griffin Bone going to field it for the G3 in the second out, and Parker Crum moves to third base. So that'll bring up the number 4 hitter, Cade Norman, .333, 23 runs driven in. Maddox Baird becomes important here. You're going to have to keep everything out in front of him.
Yeah, and Cade Norman was 2 for 4 in yesterday's game, so he's capable right here, giving them Duchesne Eagles getting their first run on the board and giving them the first lead.
First pitch right there for strike one. 10 pitches so far in the inning for Logan Veeder. Next one down in the dirt. Good stop there. One in the turf dirt.
Yeah, and Maddox Baird's going to have to block everything, 90 feet away. You don't want to see that runner score on a pass ball or a ball that gets away from your catcher.
A lot of room behind home plate. Next pitch stays upstairs for ball 2.
They just left that one a little bit up in the zone. Left fielder playing a little bit deeper than they are in center and right field. Infield pretty much playing back and straight away.
That's going to score a run. That ball's base hit center field.
Well, that's why Cade Norman's there. Like I said yesterday, 2 for 4. Comes through with a big base hit, clutch, and gets an RBI. And Duchesne's on the board 1-0.
Second hit. Scores 1 run. I'll bring up the left-hander, Kyson Giles. 318, 2 home runs, 20 driven in. Cade Norman, 6 stolen bases on the season.
And Giles, a dangerous hitter right here. Short porch down the right field line. Got the wind blowing out to right field. You want to stay away from him.
So Logan Veeder ready to deal. There's pitch. Another one downstairs. Well, where he's missing downstairs. So you can't, as the coach Craig Brinkerhoff, he likes him, of course, get ahead of the hitters, but missing down is not going to hurt you.
No, and you want to stay down and away.
Next pitch gets the corner there with the fastball.
Yeah, really good pitch from Veeder. Even the count at 1-1. Giles, he likes that ball middle in. He's looking to get something he can turn on.
So the 1-1. Veeder looks in. Here's the pitch. Ball's fouled off. Had a good hack at that, but fouled it off to the third base side.
Yeah, the pitch was down and out, and he got his hands out in front, kind of dropped the barrel down, trying to lift it, and got it on the just underneath that ball and fouls it over the left side. But he's got to get that barrel of the bat out a little bit quicker.
So next pitch, curveball, woo, close. That's going to even things up. 2-2, 2 outs. 1 run across for Duchesne here in the top of the first inning. Scheduled for 7. 2-2 pitch. That's fouled off again here to the
exact same
side.
thing. Kind of drops the backside. He's really trying to lift it. He's wanting to get one right here that he can turn on and hit down the liner and hit that right center gap, but just a little bit late getting the barrel through on that one.
Lane Sims really shallow, as well as Cash Kabanik in left field. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So the Duchesne Eagles, they come up with 1 run on 2 hits. There were no errors, and there was 1 runner left on base. So after 1/2 inning, it's Duchesne 1 and Kanab coming to bat. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Ross's Pizza and Pasta Buffet is now open in Ridgefield. Come in today and experience an awesome salad bar and pasta choices with 12 different premium pizzas, breadsticks, ice cream, and bottomless drinks. Oh yeah, and it's all you can eat. Ross's Pizza and Pasta Buffet is now open at 1475 North Main in Ridgefield with lots of convenient parking and quick in and out all-you-can-eat buffet-style dining. That's Ross's Pizza and Pasta, all-you-can-eat buffet, open 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at the North I-70 exit in Ridgefield.
Barrett's Foodtown has been your hometown grocer since 1935, earning your business every day with its fast, friendly, and convenient services. Barrett's meat department is second to none. You don't have to call someone out of the back room to get that special cut of meat you desire and deserve. You don't have to play card games or put up with troublesome gimmicks. You save money every time you shop Barrett's Foodtown. Barrett's Foodtown supports local schools and sporting events. Shop Barrett's Foodtown in Salina or click on barrettsfoodtown.com or follow Barrett's on Facebook.
In the beginning, glass repair meant a long trip to the city. Inconvenient, but it got the job done. Then came the big chains, quick but costly. Then Clear Sight Glass Solutions rolled into town. For 15 years, they've been making your life easier with mobile and in-shop services. Because they're local, and they genuinely care about keeping you safe on the road. They even recalibrate for new models. Visit them on Main Street or at clearsightglasssolutions.com. Keep it clear, keep it local with Clear Sight Glass Solutions in Nephi. your source for high school sports. KSVC.
Hey, Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson back here, Utah Valley University, UCCU Ballpark. Gray State baseball. Bottom of the first inning, Kanab comes to bat down 1-0 to the Duchesne Eagles. Draker Goodleft, 4.12 ERA, 18 2/3 innings, 9 base on balls, 25 strikeouts, a 3-0 record. Will face Maddox Baird, Cale Glover, Griffin Bone. Maddox, 415 hitter, 13 driven in. Goodleft comes kind of 3/4, just pretty very similar to Logan Beater. Gets first pitch, strike one. So what you like to see, get out and get a run, come back in. First pitch strike to your leadoff hitter. That one's bounced towards the third baseman. Throw across the diamond for the 5-3 put out, and out number one.
Yeah, really nice play from Caleb Thompson to throw that one across the diamond to Kyson Giles for the out. Maddox Baird, though, doing what he does and showing the guys that you can get up there and hit Draker Goodleft. Excuse me. Yeah, Draker Goodleft, sorry.
Draker Goodleft. First pitch to Cale Glover, a swing and a miss at a curveball. Look, kind of tracks more like this, like the slider. I was looking at him, watching him in the warm-ups here. Next one. Nope. Get the bat or, call it strike
foul ball.
two. So, excuse me, swing from Cale Glover, finds himself in a hole 0-2.
Yeah, if you're Cale Glover, you got to expect anything now. Goodleft showing a good curveball.
Curveball there in the turf dirt. Gets away from Connor Karen. I talked a lot of room in foul territory until you get down towards the bullpen, where it cuts about 40 of the 50-foot out. Next pitch stays upstairs. Ooh, nice curveball, just barely missed there from Draker Goodleft.
Yeah, nice looking pitch.
Down and away.
That's one thing about Cale Glover, though. He's a tough out. You got to go right at him. You can't try to nibble at the corners. If you do, he's got good enough eye. He's going to let those pitches go.
That one stays upstairs. First base on balls. Giving up. It goes to Draker Goodleft. So the first freebie given away in the ball game is going to go to Duchesne.
Yeah,
base on balls.
Griffin Bone yesterday, 0 for 2, and had 2 intentional walks.
Yep. Didn't see a lot of good pitches to hit either in those other two. Tried to go across Cale Glover, but he scoots back. Cale Glover, 7 stolen bases on the season.
Yeah, I think he was just getting his his sliding pad on his hand, and Goodleft throws over to first base. Giles almost had him.
First pitch, Griffin Bone, strike one. Griffin's a .482 hitter, a home run, 18 driven in. He's the spark plug.
Yep.
Team captain here.
Left field playing deep. Everyone else straight away.
That was hit right at the second baseman, the L4 for out number 2, and Cale Glover hustling back. Every position on the field, folks, has a number. Pitcher 1, catcher 2, first to third, 3, 4, 5, shortstop 6, outfield left to right, 7, 8, and 9. So the L4 is simply a line drive to the second baseman. Walker Baird batting from the left side, DH, 531 hitter with 8 driven in. Throw behind to check on Cale Glover.
Well, speaking of Walker Baird, after the intentional walk yesterday, he came up with the base hit to win the game against Beaver, give them a 1-0 victory.
First pitch upstairs for ball 1.
In that game, he was 1 for 3 with a single and a walk.
Curveball catches the corner, going to even things up at 1-1. Walker will see a lot of pitches. Very selective. You see that 531 average. There's a reason. He knows the strike zone. Throw across, not in time.
Yeah, Goodleft not afraid to throw to first base. You got a good first baseman in Giles. He's left-handed, able to get that glove right there in front of the base, catch and tag.
Next pitch, there goes Glover, and the ball just slapped towards the shortstop. He comes up, throws the strike across the diamond for the 6-3 putout. Good job there by Cade Norman. Route number 3. So, no runs, no hits, no errors. There was a runner left on base after one completes, 1-0. Duchesne. We'll be back on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, the TeamHive.live, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Mountain Land Supply of Roosevelt is your local employee-owned and operated solution for plumbing, heating, and cooling, waterworks, agricultural irrigation, landscaping irrigation, power equipment, pumps, tools, and safety. Discover the difference a knowledgeable and friendly staff can make for you. With thousands of products and brands you know and trust, Mountain Land Supply has what you need when you need it. Call, click, or come into Mountain Land Supply of Roosevelt and let us help you move mountains.
And we know drinking underage isn't good for your brain. Oh.
The Utah sports leader,
KSBC.
Okay, we're back here, UCCU Ballpark on the campus of Utah Valley University. Duchesne coming to bat in the top of the first, or top of the second, has a 1-0 lead. They will bring Connor Karen, Rylan Butler, and Caleb Thompson. Logan Veeder on the mound, came in with 19 pitches. First pitch. Curve ball fouled off to the Kanab dugout for strike 1.
Yeah, Veeder just, just give up those 2 hits and that one run that last inning, but he looked good. He finished strong. Had a strikeout to Kyson Giles to end the inning.
Next pitch is a ball. 1-1 pitch, curve ball, stays up, ball 2. One of the first times he's missed upstairs. Got some threatening weather, but it looks like it's going to kind of move off, settle down here. Next pitch, lifted towards center field. That's going to drop.
Yeah, good effort out there from Kel Glover as he's in short center field, lays out for that one. But that was on the right side of the second base and just no chance. And Lane Sims coming in hard from center field, but that's going to be another hit for Duchesne.
Yeah, nothing hit hard, but each of the 3 hits have been just very similar to that, just found the hole. And that looks like a line drive in the scorebook. Rylan Butler, 219, 5 runs driven in from the right side. Pitch, curve ball. Thought he was going to hold that old number 1 on the right hand up, but he didn't. Stayed inside. Butler right on the plate. There's the next pitch. Throw behind, close, but no bananas over there. Ball 2, or ball 1, I mean. To Rylan Butler. Ball 2. Throw across. Yeah, Connor Karen. I just showed 2 stolen bases on the season, but he's causing a lot of consternation for Logan Veeder over there.
Well, part of that might be that they usually have a runner where he's the catcher.
Yep.
So that runner actually is getting those stolen bases versus Karen, but they're going to let him run right here for himself. Robert and I talked about that in the last game we did. It's when you've got a catcher that runs really well until he gets in scoring position or a chance, let him run the bases, get a stolen base, help your team.
That's right, nobody out. Whole automatic in there for strike 1.
Yeah, Rylan Butler, the DH yesterday in the game. He was, let's see here, where'd that go?
Okay, the 3-1 pitch. Scoreboard shows 2-2.
Yeah, he was 0 for 3 yesterday with a walk. So he's still looking for his first base hit.
So the count goes full. Nobody down. Runner at first. Pitch. And stay inside. Got pretty tight strike zone so far in the ball game. Base on balls right there.
Yeah, that's going to bring
hitters are all going to have to adjust.
Yeah, Caleb Thompson now comes to the plate, and you may see something right here. Caleb Thompson, he was 1 for 3, had a single and was hit by a pitch. Yesterday he was batting in the 7 spot. Today they've bumped him down to 8.
Okay, 346 hitter, 2 home runs.
Yeah, Griffin
21
Bone at
driven
first base too. He's up on the grass, expecting maybe a bunt right here.
No, that don't look like a bunt to me.
No, sometimes too defensively you can come in and say, hey, we're ready for the bunt, and it sometimes plays some mind games with the coach over there, deciding, well, if they're going to play for the bunt, we're going to swing away, and that's what happened right there.
One, they swing around they did throw it away, but it got kicked by Connor Karen out there back towards the second base side.
Just a timing play there at second base, trying to see if they couldn't pick off that lead runner, come set, and then come up with a nice wraparound move, but the throw was offline.
Seems uncomfortable for me, that wraparound like that. The spin seems like it would be quicker. You're not fooling anybody doing that as far as I'm concerned. Next pitch. Downstairs, going to even things up 1-1.
Yeah, you're right. As far as the actual throw to second and the ability to get something on it, the spin move's a lot better, but that time they just chose to go with the wrap move for whatever reason.
1-1 pitch outside for ball 2.
This is dangerous territory for Kanab, too. You're already trailing 1-0. You got runners at first and second, no outs, and you're at the 8-9, and then right back to the top of the order.
Yeah. Logan Beater digging himself a small hole here. See if he can climb out. Next pitch. Well, driven foul hard by Caleb Thompson, but just wide of third base there.
Way ahead of that pitch. If you're Coach Brinkerhoff and Kanab, you're sending a message in there to Maddox Baird that, hey, we want to throw something off speed and away, see if we can't get him to roll over one.
So 2-2. 2 runners on, nobody out. Here's the pitch. Curveball.
There it was.
That's lifted. That's going to get back here out of play, just over. Maddox Baird, valiant effort.
Yeah, and that was the pitch. Logan Veeder threw exactly what he needed to, and he had Caleb Thompson popping it up, but just gets over the backstop and lands in about row 2.
Caleb was out on his front foot. Count remains 2-2, nobody out. Still runners at first and second. That ball's hit towards the third baseman. He's going to have to go across. Nope, too late. He looked at second, and third baseman come in front of Cale Glover, and everybody's safe.
Yeah, that's the 4th hit of the game now. You have to realize right there, as kind of a high, slow chopper, the only chance you're probably going to have is just to get it and go 1. Thought he might have a chance at second, and then realized he didn't, come across to first base, but not in time. That's going to bring out the pitching coach here for Kanab.
So while we have a little break here, we'll go back to the studio. You're on the Mid-Route Utah Sports Network, Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamLive.live, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Rely on women's healthcare you can trust. I'm Heidi, Director of Women's and Newborn Services. Ashley Regional Medical Center has cared for generations of women in the basin for more than 80 years. Our dedicated women's center provides routine well woman care, obstetrics, 3D mammograms, and ultrasounds. With a team of physicians and a certified nurse midwife that offer around-the-clock care in our birthing center and level 2 NICU, we're here for you when you need it most. We know women's care. We know the basin. Learn more at ashleyknowsthebasin.com.
Sports action on KSBC.
Okay, we're back. Just come out, talk defensive strategy, talk to Logan Beater. Bases loaded, nobody out. Jashawn Johnson, 382 hitter, 14 runs driven in. Beater from the full windup. Looks in.
It's a ball. Yep.
Nope, he had called time. The umpire said he'd already given him time. They're gonna put it back.
Which the base ump obviously didn't. The home plate umpire didn't put up his hands. He probably said time's given and hadn't signaled it yet, and then it stopped the Veeder on the mound, and so then it would have been a balk. However, that's what the home plate umpire is going to come over and explain to Coach Ryan Goodliff, that he had awarded time. He hadn't had a chance to put up his hand and actually signal time was given. That, you know,
it doesn't have to be the visual thing. If the audible thing, and it's pitcher heard it, stepped off.
That's what he's asking the batter. Did you hear him give you time? And so he walks away.
Doesn't matter
what the
hitter.
But that's one thing as a pitcher, though. Sometimes you just got to throw the ball. You don't want to take a chance right there. That would have been a tough one to give up a run and move everybody up at a base.
Yep. Deshaun Johnson had squared early and pulled back, takes ball 1.
Yeah, infield on the corners. Shortstop and second baseman back, playing for the double play up the middle.
Swing and a miss. And a good curveball down and away. Those are the kinds you.
Yeah, Veter wants a played out and needs a played out right here.
1-1 pitch. Oh, good stop there by Maddox Baird.
Yeah, good eye too that time is Deshaun Johnson laying off that pitch, not chasing it. He's now ahead in the count 2-1, and he's going to see a pitch, a hitter's pitch right here that he can do something with.
2 balls, 1 strike. Slow curveball. Oh, just misses.
Yeah, and no place to put him if you're Logan Veter. The bases are juiced right here, and you might want to see a pitch if you're just Deshaun Johnson. Make him throw it twice.
Just what he was doing.
Yep.
Takes it for a called strike 2. Full count, nobody out.
And if you're the hitters, you got to expect something, or if you're the base runners, you got to expect something right here.
Walks him. So the base on balls will score Connor Karen from third, and everybody else will move up.
Yeah.
Second, base on balls.
Kanab's going to get the bullpen loose. Couldn't get a number down there. It's a right-handed pitcher, but they're getting another righty loose in the bullpen.
So that'll give us back to the top of the order. Parker Crum scored the first run.
That hit him. That might be it for him. I'm not sure Coach Brinkerhoff's going to go any longer.
So the hit by pitch.
Yeah, that is going to bring out Brinkerhoff, and that'll be it for Logan Veter.
All right, well, we see what kind of changes are going to be made. We'll take a trip back to the studios here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Moms, the architects of love, the superheroes of our lives. They're the ones who bandage scraped knees, kiss away tears, and sprinkle magic onto every moment. This Mother's Day, give credit where credit is due. When you switch 4 wireless lines to Strata Networks, you can receive up to $1,200 in credit. Plus, get up to $300 off select devices. Connect with Mom and visit us online at stratanetworks.com or in store. Strata Networks. We connect lives.
DNA McRae is hiring crude oil truck drivers for our Uinta Basin routes. Be home daily, drive new and well-maintained equipment, and earn quarterly bonuses with great benefits. DNA McRae offers outstanding career choices with flexible schedules, benefits, performance bonuses, and an average starting pay of $100,000 per year. We're a safety-focused, family-friendly work environment looking for those that fit our values. Call 435-893-4442 or visit McRaeTrans.com to complete an application.
It's not about the miles you take when you're driving, but the milestones you see when you get to where you're going. When you graduate high school, buy your first car, get married, start a family, find your first home, and grow old together. Let each mile bring you closer to the moments that matter. L&L Motor. People you know. People who care.
Okay, Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson back here. The new pitcher for the Kanab Cowboys is going to be Walker Baird. Walker comes in with a 3.18 ERA, 11 innings pitched, 10 base on balls, 21 strikeouts, and a 1-0 record. He got a tall task ahead of him. He's got the bases loaded. There's nobody out. There's 2 runs across, and we're the number 2, 3, and 4 hitters waiting for their chance at him for the Duchesne Eagles.
Yeah, and that's going to, obviously Parker Crum, second time up, gets hit by a pitch, and that's going to be they're turning the lineup over. Nash Goodliff's going to get his second look, but his first look at Walker Baird.
So, Nash Goodliff steps to the plate. Nash is a .420 hitter, 2 home runs, 27 runs driven in. First pitch from Walker Baird. Right straight down over the top.
Just left it down in the zone, but that's a good place to miss.
Next pitch. It's going to get that. That's a high outside pitch. Seems to be.
It seemed like Baird has a little bit more velocity too. Brought that one in there for strike one.
41 pitches for Logan Veeder.
Yeah, Kel Glover telling him to go from the stretch right here, and he's going to kind of work that runner at second base to Sean Johnson.
1-1. That ball's fouled off to the right-hand side. Yeah. Walker Baird needs to come in and get an out right here at the plate so they can kind of set back at double play depth. They're back right now. They're even with the bag at first. They're actually Verotzko moved back now with Goodliff at bat. 1-2 fake to third. They try to dink him to get everybody to take off. Fake like the ball got by.
Yeah, and that might have worked had there not been loaded bases or a runner there at third base too, but everybody just kind of stood and they watched, and no harm done by trying it, but it didn't work.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Right down over the top. Must be down for ball 2. Tough to tell from my angle here. I think the umpire, he's set up inside like that, I can't see where it's at. Hey, we got the camera out here. We're gonna have to watch the center field camera. There's one that's fouled off to the right-hand side. Count will remain 2-2. Get a little better idea maybe of where those pitches are.
And they're going to shift the outfielders over to that right side.
That ball's down for ball 3.
Left fielder in left center, and the center fielder on the right side. The second base side of center field, and then the right fielder shifts over closer to the line.
Full count. Here's the pitch. That's hit softly into right field. Oh, good dive and catch there by the first base, or by the right fielder, Cannon Verotzko. Great play.
Yeah, really nice play, and poor base running that time by Duchesne, as they think that's going to drop in and everybody has to retreat, no run score. Yeah. So, you take one away from Nash Goodliff. He should have picked up an RBI right there, but instead Kanab's grateful that they didn't, and they get one out.
Caleb Thompson was about 30 feet from home plate. No chance for him to get back and tag. They almost had Parker Crum at first base. Next first pitch, curveball to Draker Goodliff for strike 1.
If Kanab can somehow get out of this without giving up any more runs, Duchesne's gonna look back at that and realize they missed a golden opportunity.
Next pitch, swing and a miss over the top of a good fastball on the outside corner. Draker Goodliff got some pop, 370, 2 home runs, 22 driven in.
Yep.
Base is still full of Eagles.
And Baird looks confident out there on the mound. Got him down 0-2.
Good stop by Maddox Baird there on the 0-2 pitch in the turf dirt. Say turf dirt because it does have some dirt out there. We watch between innings instead of just putting the little rubber balls down.
Yeah, Maddox tells him right there, hey, good job. Just missed that one. Let's go get him. Yeah. You could tell him, give him words of encouragement right here. Still 1-2. Good lift down in the count.
Swing and a miss. Big out right there. First strikeout for
Walker
Baird.
Once again, Duchesne, they're gonna want that one back, but they still have a chance right here. Cade Norman, great hitter, had a single and an RBI his last at bat, and has a chance to get a couple more RBIs and make up for those base running mistakes.
333 hitter already has one hit. There's a called strike one.
You know, this is a momentum changer too. If Kanab gets out of this, they're going to come up with some life and realize that they just got out of a huge jam.
Next pitch, curveball, fouled off. Had Cade Norman out on his front foot. Cade Norman's been a tough out for each team that he's faced in the tournament.
Yeah, Walker Baird once again just throwing strikes, going right at these Duchesne hitters. And Cade Norman down the count 0-2, but don't count him out. Swings a good bat in that 4 spot for this Duchesne Eagle baseball team.
0-2 pitch. Walker Baird looks in, got a signal. Here's the pitch. Ooh, fouled straight back.
Yeah, this is the time if you've got a really good curveball with some sharp break to it that you want to try to get him, because you don't want to throw too many fastballs that Cade Norman's going to continue to foul off and then get a chance to hit something in a gap.
So the 0-2. Try it again. Oh, got timeout. Cade Norman.
Yeah, that time the umpire called time and threw up the hands at the exact same time. Awarded Cade Norman time.
So everybody's ready. Here's the pitch. Curveball.
That was the pitch, though, right there.
Yep.
You're still ahead in the count. I think you can challenge him up and in now, maybe see if he chases.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 runs across in the inning, 3-0. Duchesne leads. Pitch. That's it. Softly towards Cale Glover. Across the dynam. A good scoop there by Griffin Bone for the putout.
We've seen some really good first base play in this tournament, and these first basemen are doing a nice job of picking balls and helping save some not only runs but some errors.
So a big inning to get out of there. Walker Baird comes in and shuts the door. So they come up with 2 runs. They do it on 2 hits. There were no errors. There were 3 runners left on. After 1.5, it's 3-0 with Kanab coming to bat in the bottom of the second on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
You're listening to exciting high school sports action on KSBC.
Okay, Kanab coming to bat in the bottom of the second inning, down 3-0. First pitch to Cash Kabonik, batting from the left-hand side is a strike. Next one bounces. Even things up at 1-1. Draker Goodliff on the mound. Came in with 13 pitches.
Yeah, he did a good job. Other than that one walk to Kel Glover, pretty much sat him down in order on a couple of ground balls and a line out.
Next pitch outside. Cash Kabonik, a 400 hitter from the left-hand side. That one's up to ball 3. 3-1. Need some base runners. You need to climb back into this thing. Does the Kanab Cowboys. Next pitch. It's outside for ball 4. Second base on ball is given up by Draker Goodliff. came in only with 9 base on balls in 18 2/3 innings.
Well, that's the one thing, if you're Coach Goodliff, you don't want to see out of your pitchers, to go out there and give them those free base on balls, make them swing the bat and earn their way on. That's going to bring up Brogan Verosco.
And Kabonic, 10 stolen bases on the season. Verosco, 372, 6 driven in.
Yeah, he was 0 for 3 yesterday.
Not much of a lead there for Cash Kabonic. 2 steps at best. See if you extend. There's 2. There's maybe 2.5. Next pitch. That's ripped towards center field. Parker Crum coming in. He's got it. Waves everybody off for the F8. And out number 1. Brogan Verosco just got under that one.
Yeah, it's going to bring up Lane Sims. He was 0 for 2 yesterday. He did draw 1 walk. So he's got the ability to see a few pitches too. And, you know, if you're Lane Sims, you want to make Goodliff pitch. Show that he's walked a couple of guys each of these first 2 innings now.
317 hitter. That one's curveball in the dirt and turf dirt outside. Way outside. Good job of Connor Karen to get out there, keep the ball out there in front of him. Keep Kabonic at first base. Next pitch. That one stays upstairs. Fastball. Ball 2.
Yeah, the winner of this game goes on to the championship, and they'll have to be beat twice tomorrow.
Next pitch gets by, and that's going to be ball 3 and allow Cash Kabonic to advance to second base. That alleviates a double play and a force play anywhere. So if they want to get it on the base path, they're going to have to get it the hard way. 3 balls is 1 out. Lane Sims at bat, a 317 hitter. Cannon Verosco on deck. Pitch to Sims. A little automatic right there for strike 1. Lane Sims is a good 2-out or a 2-strike hitter. I think I might even have another look here.
Yeah.
See if we can't get a second base runner on. Nope, he lifts that one towards the third baseman. Caleb Thompson comes in. He's going to call it. He's got the F5 for out number 2.
Yeah, Lane Sims just got under that one, hit a major league pop-up on the infield, and a good job right there from Caleb Thompson to come in and battle it, stay underneath it, make the catch. So now with 2 outs, it's up to Cannon Verosco to see if he can't drive in that run and pick up his teammate out there at second base in Cash Kabonic.
Cannon, a 200 hitter with 2 driven in on the season. Drives that right at the third baseman. Right, kicks it. And everybody's going to be safe on the E5.
Well, and give a lot of credit right there to Coach Brinkerhoff paying attention, and he's putting the brakes on Cash Kabonic, because Cash Kabonic was rounding third like he wanted to come in, and he wisely picks up his coach and gets the signals and stays home at third base. And now first and third, and Kanab's not done here, even though there is 2 outs.
Jackson Riddle takes the curveball upstairs for ball 1. Jackson Riddle, just a 180 hitter, but he does have a home run, and he's driven in 13 for Coach Craig Brinkerhoff. Next pitch. Inside. Like I say, a pretty small strike zone. I can't tell you. I look, watching this one here, I'm having trouble seeing where that ball is out of the strike zone. Ball's lifted lazily foul to the right-hand side for strike 1. I want to thank our camera crew here at B6 Media for that center field camera. I'm shielded by the home plate umpire on that inside portion of the strike zone. If you're watching at home, you can see what I'm looking at now. Curveball stays outside.
Yeah, good job from the catcher, Connor Karen, right there to keep that one there in front. But 3-1 count. This is a hitter's count right here. Jackson Riddle's got to be ready for his pitch. This is his opportunity to get a run and keep this inning going.
Next pitch outside, ball 4. That'll load him up, get us back to the top of the lineup for the Kanab Cowboys.
Yeah, dangerous Maddox Baird, the leadoff hitter for Kanab coming up.
4:15, 13 runs driven in. Connor Cairn's going to go out and talk to Draker. Greg Brinkerhoff wants to talk to Maddox Baird. Maddox grounded out to the third baseman on the second pitch he saw, an 0-1 pitch. So the base is loaded for the Kanab Cowboys, defending 2A state champions. Trying to remain in the winner's bracket, although last year they did it the hard way. In the loser's bracket, come back and beat South Sevier twice. So, Maddox Baird, they know how to do it if they end up having to do it. Maddox Baird come in, he grounded out his first time up to the third baseman. Steps in with the bases loaded. This is where you need to be just a little bit selective. Don't get out and try to do too much. Up, lifts that one. Could be trouble. Center fielder coming in hard. Left fielder, Parker Crum took control of that one on the F8, and that ends the rally. No runs, no hits. Or did we have? Yep, no, there were no hits. That was that error. There was one error.
2 walks.
And 3 left on base. So after 2 complete, 3-0, Duchesne will be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, teamhive.live, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Ute Oilfield Water Services is offering career opportunities for truck drivers with competitive wages that are paid weekly, health insurance benefits, holiday pay, and vacation and sick leave. FRC safety equipment H2S certification is provided. Experienced with tanker endorsements and a clean MVR is preferred. Ute Oilfield Water Services. Apply today.
Become part of the Sunrise team, or to learn more about our professional services, visit us at sunrise-eng.com.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers statewide, including Beaver, Millard, Sevier, San Pete, Juab, Carbon, Emery, Utah, and Salt Lake counties, as well as many other locations. The job includes a home daily schedule, excellent pay, benefits, training, retirement, a positive work environment, and requires a Class A CDL license with doubles endorsement. To apply, go to barneyjobs.com. That's barneyjobs.com.
Your connection for high school sports. KSBC.
Okay, Walker Baird, who came on last inning, will face the 5, 6, 7 hitters for the Duchesne Eagles. Kyson Giles, Connor Cairn, Rylan Butler. Kyson Giles struck out his first time up. Comes into the ballgame with a .318 average, 2 home runs, 20 driven in. Batting from the left-hand side. Big bat over there on the left side. First pitch, tried to lift that one, swung over the top of it. Got a good loop in his swing. If he can get the hold of him, get it lifted in the air.
Coach Goodliff coming up in the coach's box a couple more steps and trying to get his attention and really encourage him to stay in there and square one up.
Curveball evens things up for 1-1. Next pitch. That's lifted to the left-hand side. Third base side going over is Brodsko, but he's going to run out of room. This be strike 2.
Yeah, there he steps out and takes a practice swing. He knows he's got to stay on top instead of dropping the barrel.
One ball, 2 strikes. He calls timeout. Duchesne with a 3-0 lead here. We're in the bottom or the top of the 3rd inning. Scheduled for 7. First next pitch. Boy, thought that got him.
Yeah, Giles steps out, kind of stares him down right there, but just challenged him with the fastball in.
2-2 pitch on its way. Fouled right back here toward us. Count remain 2-2.
Yeah, and that was a better swing from Giles that time. He didn't drop the barrel as much. He kept the hands high and brought the barrel down through.
2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Timeout is called by a home plate umpire. Not sure what's going on there.
I think it was just another late timeout, but I think he kind of warned the hitter and even the dugout that,
Not going to put up with that
yeah,
much longer.
Well, and same thing. You can step out all you want, but if I don't award you time, and that's where Kanab's just got to maybe work a little bit quicker, get the sign, and just go to work. Don't give him a chance to step out and call time.
Next pitch hit towards the second baseman. Jackson Riddle up across the diamond for the 4-3 put out in the first out.
Yeah, that was a better at-bat, though, from Kyson Giles. He strikes out his first time up. He was really dropping the back shoulder and dropping the barrel, but he stayed on top of that one. Even though he grounded out, it was a lot better at-bat and a lot better swing.
That'll bring up Connor Cairn. Connor had a base hit and scored back in the second inning. 331 hitter, 21 driven in. Takes the first pitch for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. That's lifted in the infield. Walker Baird's calling. He's got it for the P1, not number 2.
Yeah, so far good start to this inning for Walker Baird. He came in a tough situation, but he got him out of a huge jam, and he's sat up, down the first 2 hitters in this inning. He's going to have to face Rylan Butler, who drew a walk his last at-bat.
Well, the first pitch to Butler, the 219 hitter. Foul back.
Yeah, Butler was swinging away right there. First pitch fastball. Had a good swing on it, just missed that one.
And that's one you got to know that you got a 219 hitter up here. Came right at him with the fastball. The 0-1, same place. Strike 2.
Yeah, and you're right. You got to challenge these hitters. You're at the bottom of the order, 7, 8, 9. You don't want to give them any freebies. They've already had 2 in this game back in the second inning.
Yeah, 8 and 9 get back up into the 300. That's lifted towards the center fielder. Took a couple steps in, now has to retreat. Lane Sims right there for the F8 and the third out. So, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. After 2.5, 3-0, Duchesne with Kanab coming to bat in the bottom of the third inning on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
For super low prices and weekly specials, stop by Kane County's full-service grocer, Glazier's Family Market in Kanab. Not only do they have the highest standard of customer service and the friendliest checkers in Utah, but they also have great deals going on now. Fresh wheat corn are 12 for $6. USDA choice beef sirloin steaks are $5.49 a pound. Food Club 32-ounce cheese is just $4.99. And a Mother's Day meal including Food Club pasta, sauce, and breadsticks, all for just $5 for guaranteed freshness and short lines. Visit Glazier's Family Market in Kanab.
Shop Lumber Plus True Value in Kanab for great bargains of the month. Get rid of pesky weeds and grass with 1 gallon of Roundup for only $14.99. Complete your lawn and garden care purchases with your choice of a welded bow rake, round point shovel, or square point transfer shovel for only $11.99. When you're done with the yard duties, sit back and relax on a new Adirondack chair by Real Comfort for only $19.99. Don't miss out. Get these bargains of the month while supplies last at Lumber Plus True Value in Kanab. Live play-by-play coverage of local high school sports.
KSBC. Okay, the throw down from Connor Cairn. We're about ready to get started. Draker Goodliff starting his third inning of work. He's going to face the 2, 3, and 4 hitters. Cale Glover, Griffin Bone, and Walker Baird. Cale walked his first time up, was stranded at first base. 3-0 your score here, bottom of the third. Duchesne, whoa. Draker Goodliff was trying to get one up to us here in the press box. That got away for ball 1. Next pitch downstairs for ball 2.
This is how Glover started his first time up. Patient at the plate, drawing a walk.
That one just about gets him. Going to be ball 3.
Yeah, Glover's probably going to take 2 pitches here as you see him scoot up right on get his tippy toes right on the edge of that white line.
So the 3-0, that's old automatic in there for strike one. That's down there where that's been a ball. And a lot of the pitches so far in the ball game here. Next one, down outside for another base on balls.
Yeah,
that's the third.
Yeah, and that's a second base on balls that Kel Glover's drawn, and the fourth that's been issued by Draker Goodliff. Right now, still Kanab looking to get their first hit. They've had 4 freebies. They just need to put a couple hits mixed in there together with those walks and get something happening here on offense.
Yep, Griffin Bowen, a 482 hitter, who got jammed inside. That's not Griffin's pitch.
No, Griffin likes to get a pitch out over the plate that he can extend his arms in and really try to hit balls in gaps and do some damage that way. But you're right, he got jammed. That fastball kind of rode in on his hands, and he got right off the handle. Fortunate for him, he fouled it off versus hitting a weak grounder back to pitcher.
So the 0-1 pitch. Yeah, first time up, he lined out to the second baseman. Practice swing, getting that hands through, that bat head down. So the 0-1 on its way, curveball up over the head at Griffin Bowen. The ball 1.
And that's one thing that Goodliff has not been able to really get going lately is that curveball. I felt like his curveball was working better to start the game, and he's primarily just thrown a lot of fastballs here so far in this inning.
Here, Glover, 7 stolen bases. Faked like he's going to go. That pitch is there for a strike.
Well, that was a really nice throwdown from Connor Karen to first base to Kyson Giles, and Giles with the swipe tag, but Glover gets back in there safely. But Glover's going to have to maybe shorten up that secondary lead about a half step.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch stays upstairs. I thought maybe the steal was on. You know, Griffin let that ball go by like that, maybe giving Glover a chance to.
Yeah, and I think Coach Brinkerhoff, he's pretty conservative. They're trailing 3-0. I don't think he's going to risk getting him thrown out at second base with no outs and having Griffin Bowen right here at the plate.
So the 2-2 on its way. That's inside where he got jammed earlier. I think he says, "Fool me once."
Yeah.
Shame on me.
He learned. He stayed off of that pitch and realized it's a ball and I can't really do much with it, but give Goodliff a lot of credit. He went right back to it hoping to get a different result.
Next pitch. That's a fly ball and shallow. I think that's going to drop. That is. Took a page out of the Duchesne book. Just dropped one out there into shallow center field.
Well, that's the first hit of the ball game for Kanab, so that really kind of takes the pressure off. Sometimes when you're pressing, you got to get that hit. Nobody's got a hit, and even though it's only in the 3rd inning, you look up there and you've got 0 runs and 0 hits. You start to press a little bit, but a really good at-bat from Griffin Bowen, and goes down in the book the same way as a hard line drive into center field.
That's what he'll be telling his girlfriend tonight. Yeah. So, Connor Karen out to visit with Goodliff. Walker Barrett up to visit with Coach Craig Brinkerhoff. I think we're set to go. Nobody out. 2 runners on. Kanab trails 3-0 here. We're in the bottom of the 3rd. Scheduled for 7. All of them we've been here so far have been 7. First pitch. That's going to get by the second baseman. That's going to score the first run for Kanab. Got Bone going to 3rd. The throw comes in. Everybody's safe.
And that's all it takes. You get a little flare, little looper for a single. You get that one on the board, and then all of a sudden, just like that, Walker Barrett adds another one to it and gets a run on the board, and good things are happening. And it started with Kel Glover drawing that base on balls.
Talked about freebies, what they can do to you. 3 of them hadn't hurt him so far, but number 4 just hurt. That's that first run on the board there.
Yeah, Kanab trying to keep this going.
Cash Kabanik, 400 hitter. He drew a base on balls his first time up, and that one's upstairs for ball 1.
Yeah, Goodliff would like to get a plate out right here more than anything. Still runner at third and first. You might get a ground ball. They're playing for the double play up the middle.
Who drives that to the left-hand side? He was looking to shoot one down the left field line.
Yeah, nice job, nice right idea. That pitch is on the outside part of the plate. So instead of trying to pull it and maybe ground out the second baseman, you punch that one into left field.
Well, he'll go that way. He went that way earlier to the ground ball to the shortstop. Cade Norman came up with a good play. Ball two.
Goodliff working quickly on the mound for the most part. He gets a sign and goes right after these Kanab hitters.
Next one, swinging a miss. Curveball in the dirt. And Draker Goodliff points it. Connor Karen says, good job. Kept that one in front of him with the runner at third base there. That's Griffin Bone.
Well, end at first, too. Wasn't able to get down to second base.
So the 2-2. Curveball stays way outside.
Yeah, Goodliff kind of looked in the dugout, realized, I got to get my curveball working, but just missed that one outside. So if you're Cash Kamonic, you got to be ready for the fastball.
Here it comes, and that's hit towards the shed stop. That could be two. There's one. Kamonic gets down the thing real quick. Run scores. So he gets the RBI.
Yep, they almost got the double play. Goodliff got exactly what he wanted. He got the ground ball to the shortstop, Cade Norman. He flipped it over to Nash Goodliff and on to Kyson Giles, but not in time as Kabonic batting in the left-hand box gets down there quickly and then able to even slide in head first ahead of the throw.
So that brings up Brogan Verosco. I'm sorry. Got timeout called here.
And Brogan squared it up pretty good his first time up. He just hit it right to the center fielder. He needs to move that either left or right into a gap, but he was on him.
So 2 runs across the 3-2 ball game. 1 out. That ball is driven towards the left fielder, Keyshawn Johnson. He's got it for out number 2.
And that ball was hit well again, just like he hit it to center field, but that time he hit it right to the left fielder and he didn't have to move. So 2 tough outs there for Brogan Verosco.
That'll bring up Lane Sims. Popped up to the third baseman his first time up. Lane's a 317 hitter. 15 runs driven in. First pitch. Called strike. I'm sitting there looking at the center field cam.
Yeah, nothing really phasing Draker Goodliff, the senior out there on the mound. He just keeps throwing.
Runner had gone. Fouled off. I'll have to do it again.
Yeah, and with an 0-2 count right here, Cash Kabonic, you might want to be careful. You know that Draker Goodliff's paying attention. He's going to maybe throw over, and a great opportunity if you're Coach Goodliff to maybe call a pitch out right here, see if you can't catch him going on this pitch again.
Not going. Can ring him up though. Strike 3. Leveling right there on that same outside corner. Didn't seem to be a strike earlier in the ball game, but all of a sudden it is. So 2 runs, 2 hits. There were no errors, and there was 1 runner left on base. So after 3 complete, it's 3-2 with Duchesne coming to bat in the top of the 4th inning. Up 3-2. You're on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Team Hive.live, B6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Earning your degree doesn't have to be complex. USU Uinta Basin lets you stay close to home and save money. As an Aggie, you'll have access to a personalized education with student support from faculty mentors. Let us help you achieve your goals your way. On campus, online, this is your U-State.
Mountain Land Supply of Roosevelt is your local employee-owned and operated solution for plumbing, heating, and cooling, waterworks, agricultural irrigation, landscaping irrigation, power equipment, pumps, tools, and safety. Discover the difference a knowledgeable and friendly staff can make for you. With thousands of products and brands you know and trust, Mountain Land Supply has what you need when you need it. Call, click, or come into Mountain Land Supply of Roosevelt and let us help you move mountains.
Home for high school sports, KSBC.
And welcome back to the UCCU ballpark here on campus of Utah Valley University. It's Caleb Thompson coming up for the Duchesne Eagles here in the top of the fourth. He'll be followed by Deshaun Johnson, and then back to the top of the order with Parker Crum. Walker Baird still on the mound for Kanab. First pitch is in there for strike one. Walker Baird came in relief of Logan Veeder, and he's done a really good job of slowing down the bats of this Duchesne Eagles team. Second pitch is in there for a ball, just missed down, so evens the count at 1-1. Kanab was able to get two in the bottom of the third to cut into this lead. Nice curveball that time from Walker Baird, but just misses, left that one a little bit inside for a 2-1 count. Duchesne leads this one 3-2. We're in the top of the fourth. Here's the pitch from Baird, and that's going to be hit to the right side, and it's going to find a hole through that 4-3 hole, just out of reach of Jackson Riddle, the second baseman. Goes into right field, and Caleb Thompson 2 for 2 on the day now with another single.
Yeah, good job. Just didn't try to do too much. Just took the ball where it was pitched, drove it to the right side. That'll bring up Deshaun Johnson, based on balls. His first time up. He's a .382 hitter on the season. Two stolen bases on the season for Caleb Thompson. Fouled off the first pitch by Deshaun Johnson. Walker Baird came in with 28 pitches to start the inning. Next one's in the dirt. Good stop there by Maddox Baird. Evens the count at 1-1. Walker Baird on in relief of Logan Veeder. Couldn't get out of the second inning. Next pitch. Oh, another one way outside. Good stop there by Maddox again. Good. Both catchers doing a great job here.
Yeah, 5 hits for Duchesne, 2 hits for Kanab.
Next pitch. Fouled off and even things up. 1-1.
Yeah, Deshaun Johnson drew the walk, the bases loaded walk, and got an RBI his first time back in the second inning. He's got a chance here maybe to go get his first base hit as it counts 2-2 now.
Here's the pitch. Went straight down over top. Going to get him window shopping on that one for the first out.
Yeah, too many backwards Ks. We've seen too many players just letting those balls go, and you got to be able to be tougher at the plate and not get caught looking. That's a good pitch from Walker Baird, and a big out for Kanab.
Third strikeout for Walker Baird. Next pitch, curveball, stays upstairs to Parker Crum, leadoff hitter.
Yeah,
for 62 and 18 driven in. Yeah.
Just telling him, hey, you know, Parker Crum's are obviously their leadoff hitter. He's got a single already, got hit by a pitch and got an RBI. But at the same time, trying to just talk to him, hey, make sure we're throwing strikes, but we got to be careful. We don't want to give in. Right back at the top of the lineup. This is the second time for Crum to face Walker Baird.
That's hit right at the first baseman. The one there, they're going to get the force at second, got the tag. So they do it the hard way on the double play. They get Parker Crum at first. And they get for the second out, I should say. And
then he throws it on to the shortstop, Kel Glover, for the second out, or third out, but second out of the double play.
Yeah, Brian, get things squared away here in my book. So, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on. After 3.5, 3-2, Kanab coming to bat at the bottom of the fourth inning. And looks like we're going to have a new pitcher for the Duchesne Eagles. But we'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Team Hive.live, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
The Kane County School District is proud to serve students and parents in Kane County while making it a priority to focus on every student every day. Kane County School District makes it easy and convenient to find information about local schools, the district calendar, announcements, Board of Education minutes, as well as your students' grades and attendance, all at kanek12.org. That's kanek12.org. You can also follow the Kane County School District on Facebook. Rigor, Relationships, Relevance. The Kane County School District.
Barrett's Foodtown has been your hometown grocer since 1935, earning your business every day with its fast, friendly, and convenient services. Barrett's meat department is second to none. You don't have to call someone out of the back room to get that special cut of meat you desire and deserve. You don't have to play card games or put up with troublesome gimmicks. You save money every time you shop Barrett's Foodtown. Barrett's Foodtown supports local schools and sporting events. Shop Barrett's Foodtown in Salina or click on barrettsfoodtown.com or follow Barrett's on Facebook.
Complete coverage of local high school sports on KSBC.
And the new pitcher in for Duchesne is Cade Norman. Cade Norman was the shortstop, and he'll come in to pitch, and then Draker Goodliff will just move to shortstop, so they'll just switch positions. First pitch is in there for strike one to Kanab Verosco. Following him will be Jackson Riddle, and then back at the top of the order with Maddox Baird. Second pitch is hit to left field. That's a high one. It's going to be right there, too. Johnson for Duchesne to get the first out.
7-out-1. Cade Norman comes in with a 9.15 ERA, 13 innings pitched, 6 base on balls, 12 strikeouts. I think trying to just give him a different look after that last inning.
Well, and try to keep track of pitches, so they can use, tomorrow they know they're for sure going to play 1, maybe 2 games, maybe 3.
First pitch down and away for ball 1 to Jackson Riddle. Next one's in the dirt, ball 2.
Jackson Riddle drew a walk his first time up.
Three to 2 here, bottom of the 4th inning. We're at UCCU Ballpark on the campus of Utah Valley University, 2A winners bracket ball game. Next pitch. I don't know what it is about that pitch. It's up there and out. Sure looks outside to me.
Yep, Jackson Riddle, the second baseman. He's had a great game defensively, not only yesterday but today again.
Ball 3. Up there, tried to go up there again, but just a little bit too far out on that one. 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, might have got just a piece of that one, or not sure if he just swung and missed altogether. Looks like umpire, it might have come off of him as he's going to walk this ball out. Sometimes gives him a time to take a little bit of a breather.
Shake it off. Walk it off. Can't rub no dirt on it. There ain't no. Well, I guess you could pick up some of that sand they dumped there in his batter's box, rub a little dirt on it. Count's full. 1 out. Base is empty. That one's lifted. Looks like the shortstop, Draker Goodliff's going to call that one. He's over there for out number 2 on the P6.
Yeah, Riddle just missed an opportunity right there. Got too much underneath that ball, lifted it straight in the air, and Draker Goodliff able to go over and make a nice catch. But 2 outs, and back at the top of the order, Maddox Baird coming up. He's 0 for 2, grounded out to third base, and then flew out to center field in his last at-bat.
Jackson Riddle stopped and gave Maddox Baird a rundown on what he saw from Cade Norman. First pitch, curveball right there for strike 1 to Maddox Baird.
Yeah, and I think that's another reason to maybe make a change right here. Give them someone that can get that curveball in there for a strike, and so far Cade Norman's been able to do that.
Next pitch. Fastball. Has to stay down to that. I'm sitting here watching. That looks like a better pitch than that one that's up and out in the strike zone. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch, that curveball stays up.
Yeah, Maddox Baird looking to get his first hit and get a 2-out rally going for Kanab. They trail this one 3-2.
4-15 hitter with 13 driven in from Maddox Baird. 2 balls, 1 strike. That ball's lifted high and foul to the left-hand side. Yeah, Kanab just seems to be dropping the bat head a little bit too much. A lot of fly balls. 2-2 pitch.
Cade Norman was headed to the dugout on that one, but the catcher, Connor Karen, puts his hand out and shows him that was a little bit up. So the umpire must have said just missed up.
Full count.
That's going to walk him, and that's going to bring up Kel Glover. Kel Glover's reached twice. He's both times up. He's drawn the base on balls.
Well, that's the one thing that's really hurt. We got the runner, number 6.
That's Hayden Gubler's going to come in and run for Maddox Baird, the catcher. Hayden Gubler, 6 stolen bases. So potential base stealer right here.
Good speed.
Yep. I'm sure you're going to see Kel Glover take a pitch with his last 2 at-bats, as effective as he's been able to draw walks.
First pitch from Norman. Curveball.
Yeah, Glover kind of just turned and ducked into that and let it go for ball 1.
I'd like to get Griffin Bone up in this situation with a couple runners on. We just didn't want to take that one off the helmet. Next one down right there.
And it's not like Glover's not a good hitter. He's just got such a good eye up there. He knows what pitch he wants to hit, what he's looking for. And if he gets it, he'll turn on one for sure.
Next pitch, curveball stays up, throw behind. Nope.
And right now, Norman, he was able to get that curveball early, but the last couple pitches haven't looked good as far as getting his curveball in there for a strike. He's left them up and out of the zone.
Next pitch, down and away for ball 3.
Yeah, 3-1. Kel Glover, he might see a pitch, but at the same time, you do have Griffin Bone on deck.
Better be a good one. He's down, ball 4. 3 straight base on balls for Kel Glover. That will bring Griffin Bone 482, a home run, 18 runs driven in.
And the Duchesne Eagle infield's going to get together and have a meeting on the mound, talk through situations, and I think that's what Connor Karen's telling them is, hey, we've got 2 outs. Just throw strikes. You can do this. We got good defense. We have a 3-2 lead. But if you're Coach Brinkerhoff and a Kanab Cowboy fan, you want Griffin Bone at the plate right now.
Now, the last guy you want to hang a curveball to is just stepping to the plate here. Griffin Bone could make a hang curveball disappear in a hurry.
Yeah, and the other thing is he's got the power. He can drive something in a gap, hit the alleys, and with good speed at first base, anything to a gap or down the line, you can probably score.
So the first pitch up over the head for ball 1.
Well, and you still got to be careful with Griffin Bone. You don't want to walk him either. You got Walker Baird, who's 1 for 2. He has a single and an RBI standing on the on-deck circle.
Next pitch. That's driven right. That's right underneath the glove. That's going to score the tying run. Throw is coming home, but no chance to advance. So number 4 comes through.
Yeah, and that just gets under the glove of Caleb Thompson, and they're going to go ahead and give it an error. That's one that looked like he should have fielded, and
should have gloved it. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was hit hard, and it caused him to kind of take a step backwards and not able to field it. Gets into left field.
So that ties things up at 3. And that brings up Walker Baird, 531 hitter, leading the team. First pitch, upstairs, ball 1.
So Baird, now that they've tied the game here, he's the pitcher out there. He has a chance to go get the win on the mound, but he also has a chance to get an RBI and give himself the lead to stand in place of getting that win.
Oh, went to the left-hand side, one that was down and away, trying to drive it that way. Drop that fat head on that ball down there. Playing pretty shallow in left field.
Yeah, right field's deep, center field just behind the Wolverine logo.
Next pitch, down and away. Good secondary lead, though, by Cale Glover out there.
Well, and I'll tell you what, early
behind.
on, Kanab, they went 2 innings. They couldn't get a hit. They were kind of struggling. They were drawing a few walks, but their patience at the plate is really paying off for them.
That ball is driven towards the first baseman. He's going to take it himself for the G3 and out number 3. But the Kanab Cowboys, without the benefit of a hit, they come up with the tying run. And there was the one error in the inning. So that's the second error for the Duchesne Eagles. There were 2 runners left on, number 7 for Kanab, but ties the ball game 3-3 coming into the top of the 5th inning on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. Team Hive down live, V6 Media and KSL Sports.
And we know drinking underage isn't good for your brain. Oh.
Rely on women's healthcare you can trust. I'm Heidi, Director of Women's and Newborn Services. Ashley Regional Medical Center has cared for generations of women in the Basin for more than 80 years. Our dedicated Women's Center provides routine well woman care, obstetrics, 3D mammograms, and ultrasounds. With a team of physicians and a certified nurse midwife that offer around-the-clock care in our birthing center and level 2 NICU, we're here for you when you need it most. We know women's care. We know the Basin. Learn more at ashleyknowsthebasin.com.
Curtis.com.
Are you feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or struggling to cope with life's challenges? You're not alone. Finding the right support is the first step towards healing and wellness. Ryan Edens, a licensed clinical social worker at Gunnison Valley Hospital's Family Practice and Wellness, is a trusted mental health professional who uses a variety of psychotherapy treatments, including EMDR, to help his patients take charge of their mental health and start living a more fulfilling life. Call Ryan Edens at 435-528-2222 to schedule your appointment today.
Okay, Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson back here. First pitch to Nash Goodliff is in the dirt, gets by Maddox Baird for ball 1.
Yeah, what a great game. This is the game that the winner of this moves on to the state championship game. Has to be beat twice, and it's 3-3 here going in the top of the 5th inning. Just everything you expect from both these two teams.
Nash Goodliff swings over the top of one, comes in hitting 420. He's got 2 home runs, 27 driven in. Next pitch, Walker Baird inside, ball 2.
Yeah, Nash Goodliff looking for his first base hit of this ball game.
The 2-1 is in the dirt for ball 3.
Well, and that's what started the inning, the last inning, that gives Kanab that 1 run to tie it up was a walk. You hate to walk and give up those freebies. We talk about how important that first batter getting him out is versus allowing him to reach base.
Yep, comes back, throws strike 2. No walks yet in the ball game for Walker Baird. Logan Veeder gave up 2. There's the first one for Walker Baird as we speak. Yep. You don't like to see it, you go out and get a run, you come in and walk the leadoff runner, leadoff hitter.
Yeah, Draker Goodliff now coming up, hit into that ground ball to the first baseman. That was the double play, and then the strikeout his last at bat.
370 hitter, fouls that first pitch off to the right. 2 home runs, 22 driven in. Started off pitching, he's now at shortstop. Next pitch, curveball, Good curveball there from Walker Baird. Strike two.
Yeah, really good hack at it right there. Just missed that one, and he knows it.
The 0-2 pitch. Runner on first. There's another good lift, the Nash variety. Next pitch. Grounded foul towards the third base side. We have the Draker variety and the Nash variety of the good lifts.
And the left fielder, Cash Gabonik for Kanab, playing fairly deep right here. You want to keep everything in front of you if you're an outfielder for Kanab. Don't want to give up any extra base hits. Ooh.
0-2 way outside, but a good job by Maddox Baird to get out there and corral it.
Yeah, Maddox saved a pass ball for sure. That was a wild pitch, and he gets out there and snags it, and that keeps Nash Goodliff there at first base versus allowing him to move up into scoring position.
Next pitch. It's going to go into the right field. Picked up there by Cannon Velasco. Gets it back in a hurry, but the base hit.
Yeah, good piece of hitting. Draker Goodliff, he went down and got that one. That was low and outside, and he went down and got it. And nice line drive into right field, and Cannon Velasco doing a good job of not letting that ball get past him. You know, that ball hits the turf and scoops, and he did a nice job of gloving it, getting it in, and keeping runners at first and second.
Sixth hit. Let's see if Coach Goodliff maybe decides to try a little small ball. Looked like Cade Norman was climbing up the bat there a little bit, but no. Take strike one.
Yeah, my guess is with Cade Norman, the four batter right here, he's gonna swing away. He's 1 for 2. He's already got a single and an RBI.
Walker Baird, the 0-1 on its way. One in the dirt. Another good stop there by Maddox Baird. Keep everything out in front. Walker kind of a character back there behind the plate. 1-1 pitch. Nobody out. 2 runners on for Duchesne. Ooh, shot one to the right-hand side, just foul.
It gets down the right field line, and Cade Norman, Coach Goodliff's got to like having him up right here. He's a tough out.
1 ball, 2 strike. Pitch on the way. Curveball. Maddox Baird said he liked it. Umpire didn't. Maddox shaking his head, saying, yeah, we need that right there. 2-2. On its way. That's lifted to right field. Hit pretty good. Chases Cannon Velasco back. Runner will tag at second base on the F8. Nash Goodliff will move to third. So 1 out with a runner at first and third.
A nice job of Velasco going back, getting that one, making the catch and throwing that in. And smart base running is Nash Goodliff tags up at second base and advances to third. Now they have first and third in a situation right here where defensively, you know, it puts a little bit of pressure on Kanab. You got to hold the runner at first, and then if he does take off, depending on how they choose to defend it, you might create some gaps and holes up the middle.
Kyson Giles steps in. 318 hitter, 2 home runs, 20 runs driven in, a strikeout and a ground out to second. Runners at first and third, 1 out. Tie ball game here. Top of the 5th inning. Curveball, strike 1. Good pitch there from Walker Baird. The 0-1. Long look in. Now he's got his signal. Here's the pitch. Ooh. Dropped that bat head again. And just got a piece of a good fastball. I'm trying to get the numbers on Walker Baird. And never did put them
0-2
up.
to Giles. This is the batter you want to get if you're Walker Baird. You don't want to let him reach by any way. You want to be able to leave him standing at the plate if you can.
There goes the runner. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's right, you'll trade that right there. Trade the swing and a miss there for out number 2. That brings up Connor Karen.
Yeah, and that was a big plate out right there. That's exactly what they wanted. They didn't want to give up an extra base, but you'll take that strikeout. Now you deepen up and just hope that your defense can keep Enterprise or Duchesne from scoring right here.
Then be careful to Connor Karen because you got a 219 hitter behind him with 2 outs. Walker Baird steps off. Connor Karen 1 for 2 in the ball game. 331 hitter with 21 runs driven in coming into the tournament. First pitch. Curveball. Where'd that miss?
Just inside, barely. You look at the third baseman down there for Kanab, Brogan Verosco kind of put out his arms even. He thought that looked pretty good.
No, I'm watching right here. Looked pretty good to me. I can't see that inside pitch where it's Blue's standing. Next pitch swung off straight back, or fouled off straight back, I say. So 1-1 to Connor Karen, 331 hitter. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, good stop there by Walker Baird. He'd been wearing old Walker out right there. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. 2 runners on, 1 at second, 1 at third. And Maddox Baird's going to step out here. They're going to walk him. Go ahead and load the bases. Yeah, see that 219 hitter back behind him there.
Yeah, and I think that, Baird coming out, and then the coaches, he was looking over, getting some input from them, and decided, let's put him on. Now you got the force out at any base with 2 out. I think that's a smart move by Coach Brinkerhoff. It also allows Baird, who's more comfortable throwing out of the windup, allows him to get out of the stretch and throw from the windup.
Well, it's a high odds thing. Got a pinch hitter. Number 1, who's that?
That's going to be Coulter Giles.
Coulter Giles, a 233 hitter. He did this last night. I can't remember what Coulter did. The 233 hitter, so they traded 219 for 233. First pitch to Coulter Giles. Upstairs for ball 1.
That's the one thing you can't do, though. You just intentionally walk to base, load the bases. You've got to be able to throw strikes and attack the next hitter. You can't walk him. You have no place to put him.
Swing and a miss. On a good fastball. Down and away. Next pitch, same thing, same result.
Yeah, great pitch. Way to come back after getting behind 1-0 to get 2 straight strikes. Still, though, this at-bat's not over. Coulter Giles trying to call time, and he does get it.
Walker Baird just stands there, stares in, nods, ready to go. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
There's a big strikeout to end a rally that, Duchesne looked like they had a chance right there to maybe get a run across and take the lead going in the bottom of the 5th. But I think smart coaching there from Kanab. They intentionally walk and put Connor Karen on to load him up, have a force, and then able to get the strikeout.
Yeah, no runs. On the 1 hit, there were no errors. There were 3 runners left on. So after 4.5, 3-3 with Kanab coming to bat in the bottom of the 5th inning, you're on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Your home, life, and auto insurance deserve a winning team. Farmers Insurance Dan Cranny Agency introduces the newest member of the team, Gabe Cranny. Yep, it's now a doubleheader. But who needs insurance? If you own a home, farm, ranch, business, or have a spouse, children, or livestock, you need insurance. Get peace of mind with a winning team to make sure home sweet home stays that way. Call Dan or Gabe Cranny at Farmers Insurance of Richfield, 435-896-5453, 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453. 896-5453.
Jones & DeMille Engineering was founded with a simple mission to shape the quality of life with a professional, personalized touch. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they are committed to providing value beyond the project. It is their goal to create a place where people want to live, work, and enjoy life. Serving our local communities is something they are proud of, and it has been their privilege to do so for the past 40 years. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
Life's hard. Don't make it harder. Shop the Jorgensen Automotive Group. The Jorgensen Auto Group bursts the bubble of the big city car deals. Jorgensen Ford Richfield, Jorgensen Chevrolet Ephraim, dealing experiences that fit your lifestyle and budget. You can even shop from the seat of your britches at both Jorgensen dealerships. Sit down or pull over and click on jorgford.com or jorgchev.com. Start your lifestyle story free of the after-deal remorse you often get in the big city. Enjoy the experience at the Jorgensen Automotive Group.
Your source for high school sports.
KSVC. Well, we got several sources for high school sports today. Mid-Utah Radio Sports, TeamHive.live, V6 Media for those of you out in the basin, and KSL Sports. Bottom of the fifth inning, Kanab will bring 5, 6, and 7, facing Cade Norman. Cash Kabonik, 400 hitter, 15 runs driven in from the left-hand side, facing Cade Norman. First pitch. It's lifted to the left-hand side. Good lift going out. Deshaun Johnson coming in, calls him off.
That's a good job, Deshaun Johnson, realizing that he's coming in, has a better chance of that. They're kind of battling the sun out there on that left side.
Yep.
Now this time of day, he calls off Draker Goodliff and gets the out.
Yep. Especially the line drives is going to be a little bit tough for the left side of the ball field. Brings up Brogan Verochko, 372 hitter from the right side. First pitch. Like to see that taking a pitch here. It was a strike, but you need to have a look. Go 1 upstairs for ball 1. Norman wanted that one. Steps off, walks back. Tastes his fingers.
Yep, Verochko's hit the ball well, flew out to center and then flew out to left, but he's hit it both times, squared it up really well.
Oh, swing and a miss on that one.
Yeah, good swing.
Kid Norman got the tasty fingers there.
Yeah, Coach Brinker off telling him, hey, stay within yourself. Pretty big hack from Verochko. Got 2 strikes on him now.
Pitch in the lower portion on the outside there. Even things up at 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Curveball. Just got a piece to stay alive.
Yeah, good fighting off that pitch right there. You can't give in to anything that's over the plate. You got to be able to foul off anything and make sure that you're keeping the ball in play.
So 2-2, 1 out. Tie ball game. Pitch stays upstairs. Brings the count full. Gone as far as he can with Brogan Verochko. Brogan, a 372 hitter, 6 driven in to start the tournament. Next pitch, it's driven to the right-hand side. Right fielder right there. Colter Giles for the out.
Yeah, Giles had to kind of go back to from his normal position, moving to right center field, makes the catch. But Brogan Verochko testing out all 3 of these outfielders, and they've proved that they can make plays. Lane Sims now looking for his first hit. He popped up to third baseman and then got caught looking at strike 3, his last at-bat.
First pitch outside. Lane's a 317 hitter. 15 runs driven in. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning here, a 3-3 ball game. Next pitch.
Yeah, inside part of the plate, strike 1.
One. Next pitch. Foul up, gonna hit the roof. Bang, right there behind us.
Lane Sims looking to get his first hit. Coach Sprinkroff would love to get him on base. He's got great speed. Obviously playing center field for a reason, but if you could get him on, still a base, get him in scoring position, bring up Canavarosco and give him a chance to drive him in.
Timeout called by Lane Sims there. You want to think about what you just said there. Said, now how am I going to do this? I'm going to have to get a base hit here or get hit.
Choke up and shorten up on the bat and just put one in play.
Here's the pitch. Down and out. I've been down and out a time or two. Scoreboard says 1-2. I got 2-2. Next pitch. That's lifted. That's going to be trouble. I think that's going to drop. Nope. Second baseman. Great play there by Nash Goodliffe to get out there on the P4 and out number 3. So, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. That's the 5 complete, still 3-3. Coming to bat will be the Duchesne Eagles here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. Team Hive, .live, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Moms, the architects of love, the superheroes of our lives. They're the ones who bandage scraped knees, kiss away tears, and sprinkle magic onto every moment. This Mother's Day, give credit where credit is due. When you switch 4 wireless lines to Strata Networks, you can receive up to $1,200 in credit. Plus, get up to $300 off select devices. Connect with Mom and visit us online at stratanetworks.com or in store. Strata Networks. We connect lives.
DNA McRae is hiring crude oil truck drivers for our Uinta Basin routes. Be home daily, drive new and well-maintained equipment, and earn quarterly bonuses with great benefits. DNA McRae offers outstanding career choices with flexible schedules, benefits, performance bonuses, and an average starting pay of $100,000 per year. We're a safety-focused, family-friendly work environment looking for those that fit our values. Call 435-893-4442 or visit McRaeTrans.com to complete an application.
And is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. Sam Pete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sam Pete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or SamPeteSteel.com.
We are back here in the top of the 6th inning of a 3-3 ball game. Caleb Thompson just fouls off the first pitch from Walker Baird for strike 1. Caleb Thompson, Jashawn Johnson, and back to the top of the order to Parker Crum.
Yeah, this is the inning that, you want to score. You don't want to wait till the 7th inning. You want to be able to take the lead right here, whether you're Duchesne or Kanab.
First pitch. Next pitch is outside for ball 1, curveball. Caleb Thompson, 2 for 2 in the ball game. That's making 3 for 3. One drops right there in front of Lane Sims in center field.
Well, how important was that strikeout last inning after the intentional walk to Connor Karen to be able to strike out Coulter Giles and end that rally? Because, you bring up a Caleb Thompson that's swinging the bat as good as anybody on that lineup, and right there again, another base hit, hard hit up the middle, 3 for 3 now.
Caleb Thompson shows 2 stolen bases on the season. Jashawn Johnson, a 382 hitter from the right side. That's what I thought. It looked like he was running hands up the bat, tries to put one down and misses for strike 1.
Yeah, Jashawn Johnson made some nice plays out there in left field defensively. He drew the walk, got the RBI. There was loaded bases, and his last time got caught looking, so he's got to do his job here and try to move that runner to second base.
Take strike 2. Gonna have to do it with 2 strikes.
Yeah, Coach Goodliffe originally had the bunt on and then takes it off, and he watches strike 2 go right down the middle.
Now we talked about the bunt being a lost start. If you're called on the bunt, first thing you got to do is try and get the ball down. 0-2. Ooh, down and away. Walker Baird gets down there. Maddox Baird, gets down there and gets the pitch from Walker Baird.
Yeah, that's a good pitch because it almost got him to chase. It's off the plate. If he does hit it, he's not going to be able to do much with it.
Curveball. That one stays upstairs, even things up at 2-2. I had Walker Baird at 66 pitches coming in. That's the unofficial count in my book. Next pitch. Go full.
Yeah, this is not the hitter you want to go full to. You want to challenge him because then you're right back to the top of the order, Parker Crum. And it's going to be the third time seeing Walker Baird.
Next pitch. Swing and a miss.
Got him on the high fastball, got him to chase.
Yep. Fourth strikeout for Walker Baird. Brings up Parker Crum. Parker 1 for 2 in the ball game. Base on balls, double, and a gun on a fielder's choice. Scored 1 run. 462 hitter on the season, coming in to the tournament. Caleb Thompson to first base. We got time.
Yeah, Parker Crum. He's the one I mentioned, Draker Goodliff, earlier. He had a ground out to the first baseman, but it was Parker Crum that hit that hard one to Griffin Bone there at first base, where he was able to step on the bag and throw across to Kel Glover for the double play.
Yep, first pitch to Parker Crum's called first strike. Next pitch, curveball. Got him. If I'm Coach Brincroft, I'm out there. He made no effort.
Yeah, I think so too. He kind of stuck the elbow out there trying to get hit.
See, Coach Brincroft, he'll come out of the dugout, so it will stand. It's a hit by pitch. First by Walker Baird, but the second by the pitching staff. That comes with 1 out. Brings up Nash Goodluff, 420 hitter. You have him hit something hard on the ground to somebody on that infield that they can't turn to. First pitch upstairs for ball 1.
Yeah, this is the inning for Duchesne, and Walker Baird trying to do everything he can here to shut down this rally.
Next pitch. Downstairs, ball 2. Doesn't want to go much deeper than Nash Goodliff. You got Draker Goodliff and then Cade Norman. Yep, Maddox Baird going out there and talk to him.
Yeah,
pitching coach.
Bring the pitching coach out there too. Hey, want to give a couple shout outs, Willie. Got some family and friends listening. Got my niece and nephew Maggie and Bear Bartholomew tuning in, and they're interested in how this game turns out.
Well, I got some fans too, some old friends. Doug Staples used to work for us here at Mid-Utah Radio. He's says, listen to the Radio Cowboy calling the game. Hope you're well. Well, Mr. Staples haven't been better. Just living life large here in 2A state tournament.
That's a great day if you're able to be home or traveling on the road, listening, watching. What a great game. This is one that you're going to want to stay tuned and not miss the finish on this one. Winner goes into the state championship, has to be beat twice. The loser will drop down and play tomorrow at 10 o'clock against the winner of the South Sevier San Juan game, which is tonight at 7 o'clock.
So, 2-0 count to Nash Goodliff. Appreciate everybody out there listening. Hope you're having a good time. Strike 1 upstairs. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Fouled back. Even things up at 2-2. 1 out, runners at first and second. It's Caleb Thompson, 3 for 3 at second. Parker Crum at first. Good speed all the way around out there. Nash Goodliff, 2-2 at the plate. Next pitch, that's lifted foul. Going to get back here behind us, now to play. Trying to keep the ball away from Nash Goodliff. Nash grounded out the second baseman and flew out to the center fielder. And a base on balls. Oh, fouls that one off.
Yeah, he fouls it off, and then on the backswing, he hits it again. But runners, anything on the ground, they're going to be going hard. They need to freeze on a line drive. We've seen a couple line drives in this tournament already where it's turned into a double play. Base runners being too anxious to take off. So hard on the ground, freeze on the line drive, see that through.
2-2, 1 out. Walker Baird looks in. He's got the signal. Here's the pitch. Got him looking. That's a big out right there.
Yeah, Maddox Baird took a big fist pump, and really nice job from Walker Baird hitting that glove of Maddox Baird on the outside part of the plate. These two obviously pitch and catch really well together.
Yep, fifth strikeout. Unofficially by my count for Walker Baird. That'll bring the number 3 hitter, Draker Goodluff, to the plate. Draker 1 for 3 in the ball game. Had a base hit his last time up. First pitch, curveball. Upstairs for ball 1. This big out right here, something that in a hole would put him ahead by 1.
Well, and Draker, 1 for 3, but his last hit was a nice hard hit single up the middle.
Oh, good stop there by Maddox Baird on one in the dirt for ball 2. I was going to say it won't hurt you to walk this guy, but that brings up Draker Goodluff. Cade Norman, who's been a tough out in the tournament. 2-0 hitters count here to Draker Goodluff. Next pitch, fouled off to the right-hand side.
And Kanab does have someone down in the bullpen.
Good pitch. That's who we got down.
It's another right-hander. I'm not sure the number, but they've got someone ready if need be.
66 pitches coming in for Walker Baird. We got time out at the plate.
Well, if you remember at the start of this game, the flags were blowing from left to right. Kind of shifted a little bit. Now kind of right to left, and even from center, from catcher, home plate out to center field.
Yep. Sun's out. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Good pitch down there underneath the hands of Draker Goodluff.
Yeah, and a
Rotating fastball,
really big hack. There's a big gap in left center and right down the left field line. You got Cash Kabonik playing left center, and he tried to turn on that one and hit it that way.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that big hole out there in left center, but that's the way Coach Craig Brinkerhoff's got him set up. Lane Sims playing like he's a left-hand hitter here. Goodluff steps out.
Yeah, he's on the second base side of second base, playing more to the right field, right center field area.
Next pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's a big one.
Yeah, back-to-back strikeouts, 2 big outs right there from Walker Baird.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on. So going into the bottom of the 6th, still 3-3. We'll be back.
It's not about the miles you take when you're driving, but the milestones you see when you get to where you're going. When you graduate high school, buy your first car, get married, start a family, find your first home, and grow old together. Let each mile bring you closer to the moments that matter. L&L Motor. People you know. People who care.
Ute Oilfield Water Services is offering career opportunities for truck drivers with competitive wages that are paid weekly, health insurance benefits, holiday pay, and vacation and sick leave. FRC safety equipment H2S certification is provided. Experienced with tanker endorsements and a clean MVR is preferred. Ute Oilfield Water Services. Apply today.
Barney Trucking has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers statewide, including Beaver, Millard, Sevier, San Pete, Juab, Carbon, Emery, Utah, and Salt Lake counties, as well as many other locations. The job includes a home daily schedule, excellent pay, benefits, training, retirement, a positive work environment, and requires a Class A CDL license with doubles endorsement. To apply, go to barneyjobs.com. That's barneyjobs.com.
Live high school sports action on KSVC.
And welcome back to Utah Valley University. We're here at UCCU Ballpark. It's the bottom of the 6th inning, and it's a tie ball game, 3-3. And we've got Kanab Roscoe coming up to the plate. He'll be leading off, followed by Jackson Riddle and then Maddox Baird. If we get to the 4th batter this inning, it will be Cale Glover.
Okay, first pitch from Cade Norman. Strike one. And Roscoe didn't like that one. The 0-1. Curveball. That gets by the third baseman. He's going to go into left field. Roscoe got some good wheels, but I don't think he's going to test Deshaun Johnson out there. So the base hit.
Yeah, and this is the time, you couldn't have picked it any better if you're Coach Brinkerhoff. Get the leadoff batter on. Kanab Roscoe, you bring up the 9-hitter, Jackson Riddle. He's walked and popped up to the shortstop. Give him a chance to move the runner to second base, and then you're right at the top of the order to try to drive in that run and take the lead going into the 7th.
And sneaking in on the corners. Offers, pulls it back, takes ball one. I like that.
Yeah, I do too. I think you got to just stick with it. You square early. You're bunting anything but strikes. If it's a ball, you pull it back.
Trying to bunt it to the right-hand side. Throw back from Cade Norman. Trying to pick off Kanab Roscoe. Roscoe got...
Well, these are the little things we talked about. To win a state championship, you got to execute the little things.
Tries bunting that, but didn't get quite on top of, get that batted out there right.
Yeah, just missed that one. Same thing, though, 1-1. You got to be able to square around, catch it, get it down fair. For Roscoe, you got to make sure you see the ball down, that you don't just take off in case there's a chance he does pop one up here.
Scores off again. Now that one's way up. They wanted to throw behind.
Yeah.
Connor Caron's upset. That ball, he just couldn't get a handle on it.
No, he was trying to re-grip it a couple times, and he kind of tapped himself on the leg there. He knew that he had a chance maybe to try to throw something down, but that's the other thing too. You want to be able to be aggressive, but you don't want to send something into right field.
That's a good bunt. That's laid down. They're going to have to hurry. Sliding in, but he moves the runner.
Yeah, and there was nobody covering third base too. If Roscoe was paying any attention, obviously you want to get 2 second first, but he could have rounded that one hard and probably went all the way to third base. Nobody covering. Coach Orton over at first base is hollering at him and telling him, look at third base. But by the time he did, it was too late. But give Jackson Riddle a lot of credit. He did exactly what he needed to do. Got the bunt down, moved the runner, and now you're right at the top of the order. Maddox Baird, Cale Glover having a chance here to drive in a run and give yourselves the lead.
Maddox Baird, a .415 hitter. First pitch from Norman. Strike one. I'm still trying to figure out that strike zone in there. I'm watching the monitor here, whether it's up, down, inside, outside.
Well, Maddox,
it's right there where he's set up.
Yeah, so. Maddox, you want to be selective, but not too picky.
That's going to find a hole. That should score the winning run. Here comes the throw. He's going to air mail it, but it's not going to be there. Runner goes to second. That's probably when he should have just hit the cutoff, man.
Yeah, for sure. You've got to hit the cutoff. You're playing deep enough that's going to be a base hit and score the runner from second no matter what. So you want to come in, throw the ball to second base, and keep Maddox Baird at first base. But now gives Cale Glover and even Griffin Bone a chance to give them an extra run as Kanab takes the lead here in the bottom of the 6th. They're up 4-3.
Gruber back out there, so Coach Goodliff's out. Let's see if they're going to take the ball.
Well, let's go back to that bunt.
Center fielder
that bunt from Jackson Riddle too. You execute, you do the little things. Look what happens, and they execute. Pays off.
Yep. So looks like there's going to be a pitching change. We're going to get back to the studio. You're on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
For Super.
Earning your degree doesn't have to be complex. USU Uinta Basin lets you stay close to home and save money. As an Aggie, you'll have access to a personalized education with student support from faculty mentors. Let us help you achieve your goals your way. On campus, online, this is your U-State.
Mountain Land Supply of Roosevelt is your local employee-owned and operated solution for plumbing, heating, and cooling, waterworks, agricultural irrigation, landscaping irrigation, power equipment, pumps, tools, and safety. Discover the difference a knowledgeable and friendly staff can make for you. With thousands of products and brands you know and trust, Mountain Land Supply has what you need when you need it. Call, click, or come into Mountain Land Supply of Roosevelt and let us help you move mountains.
And we know drinking underage isn't good for your brain. Oh.
Rely on women's healthcare you can trust. I'm Heidi, Director of Women's and Newborn Services. Ashley Regional Medical Center has cared for generations of women in the Basin for more than 80 years. Our dedicated Women's Center provides routine well woman care, obstetrics, 3D mammograms, and ultrasounds. With a team of physicians and a certified nurse midwife that offer around-the-clock care in our birthing center and level 2 NICU, we're here for you when you need it most. We know women's care. We know the Basin. Learn more at ashleyknowsthebasin.com.
Move up on the single to second base on the airmail throw from the center fielder, Parker Crum, who is now, I wonder if that's a penalty for doing that, bring him out, making pitch here. So he's going to face Cale Glover. First pitch, swing and a miss from Cale. Good pitch down in the strike zone.
Yeah, and difference in Cale Glover's at-bat right here versus his first 3 at-bats where he's drawn walks. He's realize the situation. I don't need to be up there and be patient. I need to get my pitch, hunt the fastball, driving around.
Oh, hits one, a rocket that gets by. No, they're not going to send him, though. I might give that a base hit because that.
Yeah, we'll see. Watch the official scorekeeper here, what they do. But I would agree that ball was hit hard, and he took a stab at it, knocks it off his glove, and Cade Norman able to track it down into short left field. And it's going to keep the runner there at third base, not able to advance.
Yeah, haven't done anything yet. I'm giving him the hit, so they can do what they want over there.
Got Griffin Bone up now with first and third, 1 out.
They got no place to put him, so they got to pitch to him. Parker come right straight down over the top. That's the other side of the third baseman. That's going to score another run.
Yeah, good piece of hitting
right there.
And like I said, the patience at the plate has paid off, but at the same time, these Kanab hitters know when to be patient, when not to be. And both Cale Glover and Griffin Bone aggressive early in the count. Nice base hit and an RBI from Griffin Bone.
Yeah, Parker Crum doesn't really have the velocity. He's tried to curveball, but he left the curveball up, and Griffin Bone made him pay. That brings up Walker Baird from the left-hand side with runners at first and second. 1 out, 2 runs across. 5-3. That's hit. That's going to be trouble. That's going to drop.
That's another base hit.
I think they're just going to go station to station here.
Yeah, 1 out. And yeah, Coach Brinkerhoff not taking a chance out there with Coulter Giles in right field.
5th hit in the inning. 5-3 now. We're here in the bottom of the 6th. Cash Kabanik, a 400 hitter. Bases loaded with 1 out. Bat from the left side. They're in on the corners. Kind of double play depth in the middle. First pitch in the dirt from Parker Crum.
Yeah, Connor Karen saved a run right there as he slid and blocked that one. A really nice job.
I like the job Connor Karen's done back there behind the plate. Being a former catcher, I'm an admirer of those wearing the pud. Next pitch. That's hit right down up the middle. That's going to score 2. Here comes it to cut off. They let it come through, and it's going to get by. So.
Yeah, wheels just kind of coming off for Duchesne right now as these Kanab hitters have really got a spark. And, you got to hit cutoffs once again still. That ball gets away, and so runners advance from first to second and second to third. Nice piece of hitting.
Yep. So 4 runs in the inning to take the 7-3 lead. I think that's going to bring Coach Goodliff out of the dugout. We'll go back to the studio. You're on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Honey's Marketplace invites you to experience their refreshing variety and signature items. Honey's Marketplace features a wide selection of camping supplies, a garden nursery, and fresh floral department. Experience fresh-baked artisan breads and pastries in their bakery. Check out their great cut fruit program with wonderful fresh-cut fruit daily. And everyone loves Honey's famous talking truck, Rusty. Get all this with the hometown service you deserve. Fresh, friendly, and close to home. Honey's Marketplace, 260 East, 300 South in Kanab.
The Kane County School District is proud to serve students and parents in Kane County while making it a priority to focus on every student every day. Kane County School District makes it easy and convenient to find information about local schools, the district calendar, announcements, Board of Education minutes, as well as your students' grades and attendance, all at kanek12.org. That's kanek12.org. You can also follow the Kane County School District on Facebook. Rigor, Relationships, Relevance. The Kane County School District.
Okay, we're back. Looks like he's going to stick with Parker Crum. Parker's going to face Brogan Veratsko. 1 out. Runners at second and third. Pitch up. That's right up the middle. That's going to score at least one, maybe a second. Nope, they're going to hold him.
Yeah, just off his glove. That could have easily been an out, but instead it was hit so hard right back up the middle. Brogan Veratsko gets a single and an RBI.
So runners at first and third. 7th hit in the inning, a 5th run.
Well, it's almost like these Kanab hitters know that it's fastballs only, and they're just getting up there and really being aggressive. Parker Crum throws lots of strikes, and they're swinging first, second pitch.
Goes over, close, not quite. Brogan Veratsko, I don't show with any stolen bases on the season. There's pitch, right down the middle, for ball 1. I haven't figured it out. Boys and girls, if you're watching at home, you tell me. I thought Parker Crum had that one. Next pitch, that's going to be to the left fielder. Let's see that. He left too early. He left too early. They're going to appeal that. The F7. See if they score it, see if they appeal it.
I don't think they will. I think he probably stayed there, did a good job tagging up and coming in. That's going to be the
6th run in the inning, 9-3. So this will be the 10th.
And this is the guy that started it off. You know, just a freshman. Cannon Veratsko, give him a lot of credit. He got in there, started this inning right when they needed it.
He lifts one to the left fielder. That's going to be trouble. Jashawn Johnson, well, be able to get in on the F7. That'll put an end to the inning, but not before the Kanab Cowboys come up with 6 runs. They do it on 7 hits. There were no errors in the inning. They did give an error on one. I'm sticking with what I got there. And we have 2 runners left on, 1 runner left on. 1 runner left on. So, after 6 complete, 9-3 with Duchesne Eagles coming to bat with a tall order in the top of the 7th inning. They're going to have to come up with at least 6. You're on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, V6 Media, KSL Sports.
Moms, the architects of love, the superheroes of our lives. They're the ones who bandage scraped knees, kiss away tears, and sprinkle magic onto every moment. This Mother's Day, give credit where credit is due. When you switch 4 wireless lines to Strata Networks, you can receive up to $1,200 in credit. Plus, get up to $300 off select devices. Connect with Mom and visit us online at stratanetworks.com or in store. Strata Networks, We connect lives.
DNA McRae is hiring crude oil truck drivers for our Uinta Basin routes. Be home daily, drive new and well-maintained equipment, and earn quarterly bonuses with great benefits. DNA McRae offers outstanding career choices with flexible schedules, benefits, performance bonuses, and an average starting pay of $100,000 per year. We're a safety-focused, family-friendly work environment looking for those that fit our values. Call 435-893-4442 or visit McRaeTrans.com to complete an application.
Sports KSBC.
Okay, big inning for the Kanab Cowboys in their bottom half of the sixth inning. They had 10 come to bat, ended up with 6 runs, and leaves a tall order for the Duchesne Eagles. They're going to come up with 4, 5, and 6. Cade Norman, Kyson Giles, and Connor Karen. Walker Baird still on the mound. He's held them scoreless since he came into the ballgame. So the first pitch to Cade Norman. Right there, strike one.
Well, you've got to be able to throw first pitch strike to all these hitters because right now they're down 6 runs. This is the last at bat. They've got 3 outs to work with. They're going to be patient.
Well, yeah, and I'm going to go right at them.
Yeah,
make them hit their way on.
Yeah, you have to, and if you're going to consistently throw first pitch strike, then who knows? Duchesne may say get up there and hit the first pitch, but right now you're going to see them try to be patient, work the count.
That's hit towards the right-hand side. Kanab Roscoe's there for out number 1. Yeah, F8 or F9. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think back. None of the hits for Duchesne have been real bullets. I mean, they've been very timely. They've, done just what they need to do. That's going to bring up Kyson Giles. Kyson 0 for 3. 318 hitter to start the tournament. 2 home runs, 20 driven in. Batting from the left-hand side. Walker Baird trying to close this one out. He had 89 coming in. Ooh, now that's the kind of swing you expect Kyson Giles to put on the ball, but out ahead of it on the curveball. Next pitch at the curveball. That one stays up. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Top of the 7th. That one's lifted foul off to the third base side. Get out of play.
Yeah, Kyson Giles had a tough day at the plate. He's got 2 strikeouts and then ground out to second base, looking to get his first hit. Maybe see if they can't get some sort of 1-out rally going here.
So, next pitch. Ooh. Now, if you're watching at home, you're probably wondering, like we are here in the booth, the strike zone for both pitches seems to shift from time to time. 2-2 pitch right there, called strike 3.
Yeah, really good backdoor curveball, just froze Giles as he started on the outside part of the plate and breaks it over that outside corner. Good looking pitch. I've been really impressed with Walker Baird. He came in relief of Logan Veeder early on, and he's just been dominant.
Shut the door. They have not scored. They had 1 runner get to third base. So that brings up Connor Karen. He's been a pretty tough out. Catcher kicks the first pitch upstairs for ball 1.
Yeah, good job from Karen to lay off that high fastball.
Next one. Right there on the corner for strike 1.
Well, hitting's contagious. If he can get on base and find a way, anything's possible. We saw that in the bottom half of that 6th inning for Kanab as they put up 6 runs of their own.
Duchesne is very capable. They came in with a 3 was the batting average here, 362 team batting average. 2 balls, 1 strike to pitch in the dirt.
Well, in Kanab, in that inning, they start off with a single and then get that bunt, sacrifice bunt, and then it was 6 straight singles after that.
So 3-1 pitch. Oh, timeout there at the plate. Connor Karen. I think Blue talking about him, how late he asked for it. Here's the pitch. That's hit towards the left fielder. That's going to end the ball game on the F7. So, no runs, no hits, nobody left on. Final score is going to be 9-3. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
For super low prices and weekly specials, stop by Kane County's full-service grocer, Glazier's Family Market in Kanab. Not only do they have the highest standard of customer service and the friendliest checkers in Utah, but they also have great deals going on now. Fresh sweet corn are $12 for $6. USDA choice beef sirloin steaks are $5.49 a pound. Food Club 32-ounce cheese is just $4.99. And a Mother's Day meal including Food Club pasta, sauce, and breadsticks, all for just $5. For guaranteed freshness and short lines, visit Glazier's Family Market in Kanab.
Shop Lumber Plus True Value in Kanab for great bargains of the month. Get rid of pesky weeds and grass with 1 gallon of Roundup for only $14.99. Complete your lawn and garden care purchases with your choice of a welded bow rake, round point shovel, or square point transfer shovel for only $11.99. When you're done with the yard duties, sit back and relax on a new Adirondack chair by Real Comfort for only $19.99. Don't miss out. Get these bargains of the month while supplies last at Lumber Plus True Value in Kanab.
Live play-by-play coverage of local high school sports. KSBC.
Okay.